Hello everyone, I am developing a game called Clash of Olympus that encapsulates the best parts of the MOBA genre, for example, League of Legends, and the card genre, like Hearthstone, Marvel Snap, and any other of those card collectible games, into one fun and simple battlefield. That is the dream and that is what I am working on. This was Clash of Olympus 100 days ago, and I will quickly go through the important parts of the game. When at base, this is your base, you can open your hand and summon cards. Cards function similarly to Clash Royale, where the troops move to the enemy base and fight each other all automatically. Each card has a cost and should fill a certain role. For example, the Golem is a tower destroyer. On top of this, we have our heroes. Unlike Clash Royale, they aren't a pay-to-win feature to make money, but they are a playable character that is manually controlled by you, the player. In this version, the player has 3.5 unique abilities. The first is a passive. In the case of Hermes, after moving a certain amount, his next attack is enhanced. The second was a triple dash. And the third is his ultimate, which is a simple speed boost. He's meant to be an assassin. Whether or not he's a good assassin, yeah, probably not. The half ability was the hero power, which I was really lost on what to do. A hero power is a reference to Hearthstone. In Hearthstone, the hero power is essentially a card specific to the class. That you always have, and you can only play it once per turn. However, there are a few exceptions. An example of a hero power is the warrior hero power, which is called Armor Up, and it gives you 2 armor. It's meant to be weaker than normal cards as you always have it available. Currently, the hero power was a spell that you can drag anywhere into the arena to deal damage to troops, and each hero was meant to have a slightly different version of this. Finally, I have some gameplay from the version which I'll use to help explain the core gameplay loop. Unfortunately for this playtest, I started with 10 times the amount of gold, so I could buy boots and an item to start, which is not normal. I pushed the left lane to clear the passive minion wave before summoning cards to help fight the enemy summon. As you can see, we had our first encounter, which ended in a draw. Using money saved up, I bought another item and summoned my golem to push the right lane. You can find a video of me explaining all of the items on my channel. The match lasted 11 minutes, ending when I destroyed their base, but the pacing and the overall feeling of the game just felt slow and off. On top of this, there were many multiplayer related bugs, like taking duplicate damage. Moving on to today's version, the key differences are that I've moved spells from hero power into the normal card pool. The map has turned from portrait to landscape. I've done massive UI changes, combat changes, and general game balancing. I have some newer gameplay, which shows off a more recent version of the game, however it is still 2 weeks behind, as my playtest has been busy. You can join the game's Discord in the description to playtest and help with the game design. Starting off the match, you should buy boots to help you push and retreat more quickly. The jungle monster drops mana, which is used to play your cards, and this awkward green box indicates the new bridge mechanic. It should be blue and red, but it's your classic capture the zone mechanism that gives you XP and gold whilst you control them. As you can see, the Cyclops is very overtuned, as well as the other cards, as they really shouldn't be able to solo a hero like this. Watching this made me laugh. Whilst I'm shopping, I'm pushed by Cerberus, the Greek mythology god of the underworld, and I pull off a cinema defense, giving me a positive mana trade. All of the sprites and visuals are all placeholders until I'm able to get Greek mythology themed art done. Overall, the match lasted 15 minutes and still felt too slow paced and not engaging enough. So, moving on to the future. I've reworked the card system and UI, allowing for cards to add cards to your deck and hand manipulation. I'm still working on game balance and overall game design. I want to add a boss battle to the middle of the map to help end games faster, but the biggest change I want to make is removing all towers but the Nexus. This will allow for better structure and card interactions, as well as hopefully making the game feel more immersive rather than split between towers and base. What I've done does not match 100 days worth of development. and this is because I only spent around 4 weeks doing proper game development in that time, due to entering what I believe to be game development hell. I was lost and didn't know what to do with the game. However, after finding an old and dead game called Minion Masters, featured in the thumbnail as well, I gained direction to take the game in. That's the reason for the swap from the portrait to landscape and adding the bridges. That's all for this video. If you enjoyed, like, share, hype the video, and subscribe for more devlogs on the game. Look out and take care.